Hello, this is Ben Masonheimer with Silver Seas Yachts, and today we're in beautiful San Diego on Shelter Island at the Kona Marina. I'd love to share this beautiful listing that we have with you. It's a 2021 Tiara Yachts 38LS. I think you'll really enjoy it. The boat's in perfect condition. It's owned in an LLC, and it even has a seakeeper. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, here she is. This is a 2021 Tiara Yachts 38LS powered by triple V8 Mercury Verado 300 horsepower engines. The paint is beautiful. It's not too light, not too dark. It's a solid color, and it has a navy blue boot stripe below it. Again, the boat is in immaculate condition. It has 190 hours on its main engines and under 70 hours on its generator. So lightly used, and as you can see, it just looks beautiful all the way around. Okay, here at our transom we have our 3 Mercury Verado engines. If you don't know about these new Mercuries, these are amazing. 4.6 liters, 4 overhead cams, variable valve timing, and just everything about them is much better than the old ones. Here in the Pacific Ocean, these work really well for us. It tops out just under 50, but how it gets there, all the torque of these V8s is much different than older Mercury engines or any of your V6s out there. All right, moving along, we have a swim ladder just under this door that flips open here. On the other side, you can see the port right here. That's a flush system. You plug a hose into the boat, push a button, and it'll flush each one of these motors sequentially. Another cool feature of these motors, there we go. Checking your oil or removing this cover is all done through here. Oil check, add oil, push this button, and you can pull it off. Okay, moving forward into our cockpit, we have this expansive seating area. And now this whole thing will spin around, and when it does, it's going to open up quite a bit more space in this area. But what a nice place to hang out. The table does several different things. It can fold up like this. So you can have it like this. You can do it like that. Or the whole thing can go down in its open position, and it makes a large layout area. So this will all turn into a layout. We have storage under either side. And when you spin this around, your speakers that are in the end here, those spin around with you. So yeah, again, perfect condition. Lots of cup holders. You've got some little boarding gates right here. Just a really fun area. Here we have freshwater washdown and raw water washdown, and then you can add water to the boat just here. Now back in this area we have these Bernouin mounts. This gentleman who owns the boat does like to fish, so he has mounts here that have different rod holders that click in, and you can put them at whatever angle you want. Very fancy, very high-end stuff. He has rod holders, he has a table that goes on one side that clicks in, and then there's multiple rod holders for storing rods while you're underway. I think over 10 rods can be stored, and those all go on with suction cups, all very custom stuff. When this is spun around, he has a bait tank that can go in this area as well. Here we have a dive ladder that comes with the boat, so if you want to use your flippers, that's your ladder. Throughout this whole boat we have lighting that lights up. Very beautiful. It's accent lighting throughout the whole boat. Okay. So we have 2 aft-facing seats here. Either one has storage underneath them, and that brings us forward to our galley. Kenyan electric barbecue. Looks very lightly used. Now here's a factory Bernouin mount, and this one is used. You can take the TV that's downstairs, and it has a mount. You bring it up here, and it has plugs and mounts and hookups, and you can watch TV in your cockpit. Nice sink, very good condition. Let's see if I can do this two-handed, or one-handed, I guess I should say. So here's your fridge. And then we have a storage drawer up above here. And here's our view forward. Now, as we move forward, I'll point out that we have these sail tracks all around this area, and that's used for the canvas package. This whole area from here forward can be enclosed, and when it's enclosed you have air conditioning and heat in this area, so very nice feature. Down below we have our machinery space. This is where we have our diesel 5 kW Onan generator, our Seakeeper battery chargers, batteries, All kinds of fun stuff. We also have insulated storage boxes on either side in the floor. And we have JL audio speakers throughout the whole boat that sound absolutely amazing. Here's our trash. And again, the condition of this boat, this is about as close to a new boat as you're going to find on the brokerage market these days. All right, everyone gets an armrest. No fighting. Check it out. So either side, you have a single seat and then a larger seat in the middle. Again, everyone gets their armrests. You have steps on either side. You have a refrigerator just under the helm here. And you're probably wondering if the guy in the middle gets a step. Oops. There we go. So yes, even the middle guy gets a step. Here at our helm, it's beautifully laid out and it has all the equipment you'd find on a much larger yacht. We have our glove box here with 3 USBs and 3 ignitions. Then we have our joystick, which is for joystick docking, autopilot control. Here's your autopilot button here. This is how you get onto a course. And so say you make a course here, then you can send it over, press this button, it'll drive that course. You also have your sky hook, and then you can adjust your docking mode, throttle sensitivity, and how it does everything. Very cool stuff. We have Garmin 8616s, and they're beautifully inlaid into this dash. I love how they have it right next to this teak wood, and the accents, just the, you know, all this technology with this beautiful traditional wood. Mil-spec buttons all across your dash here, and those all light up so you can see them at night. Let's go ahead and open our sunshade. So now we're going to open the sunshade, one push of a button, and that's going to come out over our cockpit. Now stay tuned in the video because we're going to spin this whole module around and show you how that works a little later on. All right, back to the helm. We have our Garmin screens, we have our beautiful joystick, we have our Fusion Apollo stereo system that you can control from your phone or from various remotes that are around the boat, bow, stern, and then you can also control it here or in your screens. You have your throttles here. You can do one lever mode. You have individual trims. So very nice, all fly-by-wire. Your steering wheel is tiltable. And below that we have our trim tab setting here. It's an auto trim tab. We have our standard bow thruster, which is a good one, works well. Up above, you have your Mercury screen. This will give you, it's really just a full-on chart plotter, so it has maps and everything, but this is more for your engine data. And then we have our controller for our Seakeeper 3 here. Up above, we have these skylights with an opening hatch. So yeah, and if you ever want to add any accessories to this, this whole thing just tilts. Beautifully laid out helm, very easy to use. All your buttons are easy to see, and your middle seat here will go forward and aft to get you into a better position, however you'd like. Okay, so here's your VHF radio. Here's how we can control our courtesy lights. And as you can see up there, I can change them to all different colors, and I can put them into different modes as well. Now within these Garmins we have AIS, that's all these little red things you see here. These are AIS vessels that we can check out, and that's just a nice safety feature. We also have really amazing transducers that would be off of well, any sport fisher, large sport fisher would be happy to have them. So we have a manual zoom on here, and this is the low chirp, it has high chirp. So that's one transducer. Then you have a second transducer that has a live view of the bottom. This is more like a 4D ultrasound. And then here's a real view where it's actually scanning the bottom. So very fancy stuff here, quite a bit of money spent on it. And if there's a fish down there, you're going to definitely find it. I mean, look at this, how it's generating a historical scan here. All right, let's go ahead and check out the cabin. Oh, before we go down, one more thing to note. Yeti cup, big one, fits nicely here. All right, heading on down, we have 2 stairs. Under that first stair, we have our garbage there. Here's our panel, real easy to see and easy to get to. We have a convection oven microwave below that. Stepping on down, we have our generator, tank monitoring, high bilge, GFI 110 outlet. Now this is a big hanging locker. I put a bunch of stuff in here, but that's a really nice hanging locker that'll accommodate definitely 2 people. Here's our bed. Definitely big enough for 2. It has storage below it, storage on the end, storage over on this area as well. Now this boat has a tender that is available with it, and this is the engine for it. I guess I should say motor. It's a 1 horsepower electric motor. Here's the battery, here's the motor. I'll show you the tender. If you hang in there, I'll get to that. You have a TV in here. And then we have 2 zones of AC. Now that one of these zones of AC and heat is for outside and one is for inside. Here's our head, absolutely beautiful. We have a nice mirror above, opening window, plenty of storage, vacuum flush, toilet, and then our shower with our shower curtain that comes out. So again, I don't think anyone's ever slept in here. The woodwork looks good, smells good, everything's good in there. This boat, if you just look at it, it really does look like a new boat. All right, moving forward, we have this nice handrail that goes all the way up. Lots of handrails in this boat. You even have them on the sides of the hardtop here. But yeah, coming up to our bow, it's expansive. It has its own speakers, storage, and you can have your phones charging here. You can control the stereo. You have this area for your fenders. Just a really safe boat, especially with this Seakeeper. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set this down and see if we can spin this thing around and show you how that works. All right, let's go ahead and spin this table around. It's a really cool party trick. There's a button you press right here, and then around it goes. Now, as you can see, it's moving closer to you there. So now, I have all the room back here. Not only have we opened up all this deck space back here, but look, when we rotate it, we're now squarely underneath the shade. What a cool feature. Now, I mentioned the owner has a bait tank. It goes back here, once this is spun, next to that table leg and straps in, and they've had really good success with it. He also has these fishing seat covers. Very, very high-end seat covers. This boat comes with so many extras. I'm sure I'm missing quite a few of them. But it comes with these, and they cover up all of the upholstery back here, so you don't mess it up. Now, the tender I was talking about, that's available with the purchase of the boat. It's just here, and it has a little lily pad that it sits on. And yeah, it's going to be a fun combo for whoever ends up with it.